to another episode of MPJ. I'm Nige, we have Will, we have Simon, we have Pete, and we are the MPG crew reviewing all the latest and the greatest. And the question is, when is the end not the end? And who can we answer that question? Well, it's Atreyu. And then us! But there we go, Atreyu! And the end is not the end, is the album that we're reviewing. Now, Atreyu has a very rich history with us from that perspective. In 2024, their album The Beautiful Dark of Life, which was universally praised by our reviewers, got into our top 20 for 2024, finishing 19th. So, another album from Ashes to New got our top 20 in 2023. Atreyu is back as one of our top bands in previous history with in 2024. And fair to say, I got a summer scene is like everybody raved about him, and I'm left going, what the? Everybody went to watch them in Portsmouth, and I'm going, really? Even the likes of Ian, who is a class rock fan, raved about Atreyu, and I'm going like, really? I couldn't work it out. Maybe you guys will tell me. Is the end not the end as good as The Beautiful Dark of Life? Pete, you weren't here at the time, so we'll start with a fresh perspective. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, quite like Atreyu. I've been liking them for quite a few years. It's a little bit lighter than the previous album we did from the Amity Affliction. So the previous album we did today, not the previous album of Atreyu.
Right.
It's a little bit more of a high-pitched grunt instead of the lower, really deep, guttural vocals, which is fine. Really enjoy the tempo of their music. Like, I think the drummer is really good. Really keeps up the pace. There's a little bit of clean vocal sprinkled in there, so maybe it'll score a little bit higher on the Nigel scale. But yeah, overall, it's a nice, versatile album. Like different tempos, different vocals, it goes from harder to softer. It goes up and down, keeps you guessing. So I think that makes it more enjoyable as well. But yeah, overall, great band, great album, good stuff.
Simon, Metalcore heaven? Too much clean vocal? What?
Yeah, I was saying to you, Nige, like, I didn't realize this was going to be on this month, but I was already listening to the album before you'd even put the lineup out. Because yeah, big fan of Atreyu. Have been for a very, very long time. Their sound is quite different from what they used to be back in the day, but that's fine. You know, times have changed. And I think that this album is possibly like the closest return we're going to be getting to that sort of sound. Fantastic album, absolutely amazing. The second track, Dead, or the first track really, because we don't count the intro. Stop with the intros. Dead is like my absolute favourite track from the album. Absolutely amazing sound. Love that so much. And then it goes into Break Me and All For You. Like, it just keeps hit after hit, banger after banger. Yeah, I loved this album. Thoroughly loved it. I was, like I said, I was already listening through this before we'd even started the lineups this month. So yeah, I don't have too much more to add. Fantastic album.
Ooh, William.
Oh.
You must be a fan.
Oh, I was obviously one of the biggest fans of the last time I reviewed them. The songs like Insomnia, Drowning, really hitting hard with me, and really pulling me in, and all that emotion was, really, really, it's got me. For me personally, there wasn't really anything for my pleasure that was the heights that those two songs brought me up to. That being said, this is a really, really solid album still. They know their sound, they know how to make really good tunes, and they've done that again. Now, I wouldn't say there's a bad track in this album. I just didn't have anything that got me to emotionally invest in it as much as I did the last one. But this is really cool. It's good. Solid album. Great vocals all around. Nice.
Okay, this is a type of album that I hate the most. but equally love the most because I really, when it's clean vocals, it's sublime and it's brilliant, and then when it's metalcore, it's not. And for me, and because sometimes when you look at a band, and we've talked about when anything unfolds and that sort of stuff, where metalcore is very much accentuating for me the actual tone. So it's very short, it's short, it's sharp, and it's sweet, and I appreciate it. The problem with this album is when they did metalcore, it was more metalcore. When they did clean, it was clean, and there was nothing. There was no real blend really between the two in some of the tracks. I felt it was either all or nothing, and I think we reviewed it on part one, with the other guys, because I knew from the previous incarnation that a lot of people that like that clean vocals seem to like this. So I was testing the water to see whether the clean vocal gangs would appreciate this kind of more. So it's kind of a really interesting dichotomy, really, between those two kind of clashing worlds. And for me, it didn't really they didn't kind of get the blend for me as a personal consumption from that perspective. Anyway, it was either the other one or the other. So hit and miss, I think, from my perspective. But will it get into our Hall of Fame? Will it be number 2? We know how difficult that is. We've seen that. So let's find out then. Let's start with you then, Pete. What did you give this?
Nice and easy 4.
And Trish also give this a 4 as well. From that perspective, I give this a 2.5. So very kind of in the middle from that perspective. Simon,
go to 5.
Oh, do you know what? That makes it very, very interesting, because a 4.5 or more from William will get this into our Hall of Fame. So it will be a double entry for Atreyu to follow up on A Beautiful Dark of Life with this album. William, we know he likes Atreyu. He rated it incredibly highly on the first one. William, a 4.5 or more from you will see this album sit nicely in our Hall of Fame. William, what do you give it?
Well, much like Amnesty Affliction was robbed of a place in the Hall of Fame, I am now robbing Atreyu of a place in the Hall of Fame with a 4.
Oh dear. A 3.9. So close. So close. Wouldn't get to a Hall of Fame. It's our 22nd album, favourite album of the year so far. Definitely top 100 and I think top 200 album of all time from that perspective. So still a good album, but it didn't tick everybody's boxes. What do you think? Let's finish off then with our 2-word review then. Pete, 2 words.
Nice and versatile.
Simon.
New beginning.
And William.
Solid continuation.
Ooh, that's a good word. So close. So close. Okay. Thank you very much. Do you disagree with us? Do we talk rubbish? Yes, we know we talk rubbish. But do you like it? Do you not like it? Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Why not? We really appreciate it. In the meantime, there's only one thing to say. Oh, by the way, just to finish off, part 1, give it 3.3. So that score is erased from our annuals of history. It doesn't count. The 3.9 counts. So there we go. So, which is a bit higher than I expected after listening to the album, in fairness. But there we go. So anyway, right, okay. We're signing off for the month. We'll be back next month. So, one thing to say: stay safe, keep on rocking.
Bye.